Maybe.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the Nintendo Drive. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Or, if you're getting cozy and listening to us on your podcast feed, make sure you're following and leaving us nice reviews. You can also support the show on Patreon and pick up some awesome merch. Links to those and more are in the description, but let's get the show started.
What's up, gamers? Hello, how are you? Welcome to all the gamers. Hey, welcome to Toxic here on YouTube, kicking us off right, becoming a member over here on youtube.com/carpoolgaming. Thanks for doing that, Toxic. We appreciate the love and support. We have got a great show lined up tonight, I assume. We'll figure it out. But I know one thing that'll make it even better. I'm here, Locklith's here. Amanda is not here. She's having some tummy trubs. So please send all of your love and well wishes to Amanda. But in her stead is the FULYA. Hi, FULYA.
Hello.
Hello. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. I'm glad you're here.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, FULYA. Love you.
She's like, I can't get away from it. It's probably like the crack of dawn over there, and she's having to deal with this crap. She's like, why?
On Christmas morning.
Come on. I literally just finished my breakfast. Like, please.
On Christmas morning, nonetheless. She's got presents to open, Seth. We can't
just
keep her too
open
long.
presents and
It's Good Friday.
It is a great Friday when it's Christmas. You know what?
That's true. On this Christmas of all Fridays, the best Fridays.
What day is it? Why, it's Christmas Day.
They did it all in one night. The spirits did it all in one night. FULYA's gone. Goodbye, FULYA. That was a new record, man. The guest has abandoned us really quickly this time around. Holy moly. Well, we're glad you're here, FULYA. FULYA reached out and she's like, hey, I happen to be off work today, which is like a very rare occurrence. Usually you're having to work while we're here. And she's like, can I come on the show? I'm like, hell yeah, come on the show. We'd love to have you. So we're thrilled to have you here. Yeah. Mitch in the chat. What? So there you go.
What?
Good to see everybody. Well, before we get into things, if y'all will allow it, housekeeping. We have actually a lot of housekeeping, so settle on in, folks. We have actually kind of a lot to talk about tonight. First of all, on Patreon, I want to thank Toxic again. Again, Toxic became a YouTube member here live with us tonight. Also upgraded to the Platinum Producer tier on Patreon, so we really appreciate that, Toxic. On Patreon, we do a bunch of exclusive content, like the Pants Patreon podcast for Patrons podcast, which is like a weekly AMA show that the Locklith was on the most recent episode of. So, and she's stoked about it. She's over there giving finger guns for audio listeners. She's thrilled.
I've got an A&W root beer, and I'm excited. This doesn't have caffeine in it, Seth. No caffeine.
Oh, no caffeine, but plenty of sugar.
Yeah, boy.
Plenty of sugar. She is loaded up over there. Woo! But for now, wee! So yeah, Locklith's up on Pants. That episode is out now. Matt, the Nagachaka, is up on the next episode of Pants. So go ahead and look forward to that. You can't leave any questions anymore. He's already recorded it. I already have it. I'm already editing it, so it's done. But look forward to it. It comes out on Sunday.
You're too late.
Yeah, too late. Look, man, sorry. Speaking of FULYA joined myself, Sean, and Ryan on the most recent episode of Campfire, which is now also live on Patreon. That was a great time. I appreciate FULYA for making the time on Christmas morning of all mornings to record Campfire with us. We had a good time. It was fun. We talked about such things as different types of milk, concerts, Cheese. Yeah, Cheese came up. Yeah, had a good time. That's just a very silly show. And it's kind of a stuffed episode of Campfire, too. It's like 2.5 hours long. Yes, Lockleth.
Are you sure you guys have okay tummies? Because that's a lot of dairy products.
Yeah, I know.
Good?
Right?
We did not consume milk or cheese on the show.
Oh, okay. I thought it
Just
was one of
talked
those
about
audio
it.
only, listen to us eat cheese, you know?
ASMR.
That'd be a hell of an episode of Campfire. If
Just girl
if,
dinner.
if I sat there and ate cheese in an episode of Campfire, it would not be a good look, dude. I'm just going
boy.
to tell you that right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. So yeah, that's up. Speaking of FULYA, I'm glad you're here because like we've got so much FULYA content to talk about here. Also on Patreon, still early access to the Mini Indie Van podcast, which is a dedicated indie podcast that FULYA does every month in early access on Patreon. So yeah, FULYA is happy to take your feedback. She's always looking for, you know, your thoughts on the show and ways for her to grow it and improve it in this early access period. And it's great. And I'm really glad that you do that, FULYA. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good show. Good show. Okay. One last quick note about Patreon. I talk about this every week or have been the past several weeks. Apple has recently introduced a 30% fee for Patreon users if you sign up on iOS. So if you do choose to support us on Patreon, we really appreciate it. Don't use the iOS app. Just do it on the desktop site. Don't pay Apple any more money than you need to. So we appreciate that. Just go on patreon.com/carpoolgaming on your browser and do it that way. So we appreciate that. Also, you can go to carpoolgaming.com for merch. And speaking of merch, y'all, got a little bit of a surprise for the folks here for merch. So if you go to carpoolgaming.com, which is this website that I have pulled up here on the live stream, if you're watching us live here at YouTube, this is the website. You're going to see this when you come here. You're going to scroll down. You're going to see like our YouTube videos and all that stuff. But there's also the spring collection Bobby's bulbs, which Lockleth has accidentally started wearing tonight.
I had no idea. Y'all, this was a surprise to me. To me. And I'm already wearing the shirt. I designed this.
Yeah. Lockleth designed this like 2 years ago, probably, if not longer.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is just kind of like something that we like to roll out for the spring season. It's a great, cute little Bobby design. If you go on the website and you look at it, I did have to relist everything because we swapped to a new like shirt material and stuff that is cheaper for y'all and it's like more cozy and stuff. So I did have to relist everything, but it's all on here. We've got a tee, we've got a long sleeve tee, we have an eco-friendly tote bag, a couple different stickers, and a mug. So that is all there live on the site right now. And also, if you go and click one of these links, you can see the gift to Twitch chat option there. So anytime we're live on Twitch, you can actually gift merch to Twitch chat. So if you want to gift a Bobby's Bulb shirt from the website over on Twitch, you can do that. And that's very appreciated. Very good stuff.
Match with me. Match with me.
Yeah, you can match with Lockleth over there. So that's going to be up for the spring season. You know, we like to try to have some kind of seasonal merch on the website. That's up now. So yeah, very good stuff. I think that is all the housekeeping I have. I think we can finally kick her out of here. Get the hell out of here. You're not a gamer, housekeeping lady. Get out of here. This show's only for the gamers.
Yeah, just like last
did on the
week.
Xbox Drive. What?
Yeah, we
you were
decided
nicer
last
here.
week. Well, it depends. It depends on the week. I feel like with FULYA here, I feel like I do need to be on my best behavior a little bit. Speaking of FULYA, you're our guest. Why don't you tell us what you've been playing this week, my friend?
Oh, wow. Let me just preface now. I'm on a Nintendo podcast and I haven't touched my Switch in a month.
That's okay. That's all right. Lockleth too. She's like raising her hands.
Oops. I will say though, I've been checking out some demos.
Okay.
And you know, playing through. I finished Jusant not too long ago on my PlayStation, and I'm currently sort of going through and just seeing what I've missed because there's quite a lot of collectibles in that game. So I've been trying to see if I can find all of the collectibles throughout, and it's such a pretty game, and it's relaxing, but it's also a little challenging with some of the climbs. But it like the music and the atmosphere just make this game amazing, and I absolutely love it. And Dannohh did such a great job with that game.
It looks very pretty. I want to play it.
Yeah, I'm so glad I got around to playing it. And yeah, I just want to go through it all over again. It's just been so nice. And I've also been listening to the soundtrack as kind of like my bedtime music.
Let's go. Yeah, soundtrack's good, eh?
Asleep. Yeah. Oh, the soundtrack's wonderful. You'll definitely appreciate it, Seth.
Yes, I'm here on youtube.com/foolishfuji. I'm over here looking at some gameplay of Jusant here, and it looks very pretty. Let me pull this up here so people can see. This is not on Switch yet.
This might be a bit spoilery because this is the last chapter. Yeah.
Well, never mind.
Hate it for you guys, but you got spoiled. Hate to be you if you wanted to play this game.
Don't look at don't look at the person climbing. Huge spoilers.
Go back to chapter 1. Go back to chapter 1.
All right, I'll pull that up.
Spoiler alert, yeah. They be climbing in this game.
They be climbing in this game. Spoilers.
I mean, that's not the spoiler, but the chapter 6 has some sort of end game kind of story.
I gotcha. Well, here, let me pull up. Here, this is a chapter 1 video here.
Chapter 1.
Yes,
so here's chapter 1. So hopefully no spoilers here.
Yeah, no spoilers here. But
yeah, it looks very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, very atmospheric. There are some challenges. Obviously, there's a stamina meter, so you have to keep an eye on that. And yeah, no, it's really cool. You have a little buddy with you. It's a ballast. It's a baby ballast, and the ballast helps you with discovering things and unlocking stuff. So it's really sweet. And I love that it's like because Jusant in French means a receding tide, and so this whole story is based on water that has receded like from an ocean to the point where it's bone dry. And so you're just climbing up, you're just climbing up this this tower to get to the top, to then find a way to see if you can get water again.
Yeah. Very cool. Hopefully this comes to Switch 2. I don't know if like Switch 1 is gonna, or 1 rather, is gonna run this super well, but Switch 2 maybe.
Not. Yeah, I would probably say Switch 2 would be really good for this game. In terms of its like graphics and stuff, just because even on the PlayStation there were like a couple of like glitches here and there, but nothing too major, which is good or game breaking. But yeah, no, Jusant has been really good, good relaxing time. I'm just trying to think of the demos that I've been playing, because I play a lot of demos.
Yeah.
For those of you who aren't aware,
the demo queen. Famously. Yeah.
So many demos. I recently played through a demo for Parcel Simulator, where you are in
Lagla's liking that.
I want to play it.
Yeah, and you're essentially the hub where all the packages come to, and then you send them out, but you have to keep an eye on the labels, make sure that the courier type is correct. That the country and then flag is correct, so that you can approve it to be sent out. But the ones that are incorrect, you have to deny, and they go down a different chute. And yeah, it's just been it's been interesting.
They go down a different chute into the incinerator.
Go down a different chute. Yep. No, they just get sent back to return to sender, essentially.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, so this has been good. It's like the demo is pretty extensive. I haven't played through all of it. The video actually only shows like maybe about. I played for almost 2 hours, and I had to cut it down as much as possible. I think I got it down to like under an hour. But there was a lot of just doing the same thing, just inspecting packages. You get to a point where you can expand the warehouse, so that you have another courier option, like airmail. You then get to buy things like to upgrade this warehouse in terms of like you can get a scale so that you can get to be able to weigh your packages, and that's another thing you have to keep an eye on, like weight classes. And then you can get to a point where you can add conveyor belts. So it does get to a point where it's going to be very automated, but I feel like that's probably going to be more so later down the track.
I have a question for you. Are these real countries?
No.
Is there I'm like, ain't no way there's a country called Implant and Jonathea.
I'm from Implant.
Yeah. I'm from Implant. It's me from Implant.
Yeah,
Or
I had to do a double take. I'm like, are these actually names of countries? And then I saw the
Lig
flags.
ball.
I'm like, no.
You're welcome.
You didn't have to repeat that. Not lig ball, dude.
Lig
Oh
ball.
my
What do you
God.
mean? What do you mean? It sounds very wholesome.
Not
What are you
lig
talking
ball.
about?
Jonathea, that's right.
Jonathea.
Goodness gracious.
God, Seth's so good on that one.
Lig ball got me, dude. What the hell are we talking about? That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Another game that I'll say I've been playing has been a little demo called Mischief.
Oh.
And this is a little rat game. This is you can play with, you can either do solo or you can go multiplayer with up to 4 players, and you're essentially just battling like bosses. So you're doing boss battles mostly, but you get to do other chaotic stuff. As you can see on the screen, we've got Shovel, Scourge of the Sandbox, and is essentially just like you're in a little turtle sandbox.
Yeah.
And you've
That's
got
cute.
like this thing that's built up of like the shovels and the rakes and the
Like shovels and
buckets.
pails and stuff. Yeah. That's cute.
Yeah, so that's essentially it. I feel like the boss battles will be a lot easier and quicker with more players. So, but this was just me by myself. It's still quite fun, but you also do have other like things you have to keep an eye out for. There's also points of the game where you don't just do boss battles. You can also sort of roam around the park, like the actual area, and do other things and discover stuff. And there's like a hedge maze, and there's like a little park. You can drive around in a little toy truck, and
Hell yeah. That rules.
yeah, it's actually pretty cute. And it's quite fun. You know, you can go to the garden. There's a garden boss, like a flower boss kind of a thing, where you have to fight against moles. So yeah, it's actually pretty cute. I didn't expect to actually enjoy my time with this. It is a little bit chaotic as well.
Did
I
that
love
little
that.
area, was that little area called Planter Panic?
I think so.
That sounds right. That's what it looked like. Yeah.
What a name, Planter Panic. Okay.
Unfortunately, I've already moved on from the video because you did mention moles, FULYA, and that just reminds me of the moment, of course, in Thumbelina. Where
Oh, yes.
the Marry the Mole music in
Marry the mole.
Dearie, Marry the Mole. Oh, it's so good. What a good movie. Lachlan and I were talking about this.
I haven't
movie.
seen this version of Thumbelina. I've
Oh,
seen a
it's
different
so
version of
good,
Thumbelina.
FULYA,
A different
please.
version of Thumbelina? Really?
I had it. It was on VHS, and yeah, it was a completely different version of Thumbelina. I don't remember that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've got to watch this version. This is the Don Bluth version. It's so good. Oh, it's on
a
Disney
sleeper
Plus. Yeah, watched it so
Yeah.
much when I was a kid.
I
Yeah.
think. I mean, I might have to track it down and watch it then.
It's
Do
good.
it. Do it
Um,
now.
The last game I want to mention, and this is a game that Lachlan and I played together, and it was
Yes, it is.
so chaotic and
We're so good at
hilarious.
this game, y'all.
It was
Really
so
well.
great. We're pros. We play Bread and Fred, guys. And for those of you who are in the Discord, because that's where we streamed it, you would have seen the chaos that ensued.
Yep. We beat the game 3 times.
We did.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
All
World
right.
record time 2 minutes 24 seconds.
Yes.
So while
Beat
you
that.
guys did stream it, you streamed it in the Discord specifically. So
Yeah.
just kind of like a fun little like community hangout, stream for
Yeah.
a couple of hours, and we don't have footage of that because it was just streamed privately in Discord. So I'm just gonna pull up Matt's playthrough on the All In channel so that y'all get a sense for what the game is like. This is not Lockleth and FULYA's gameplay, but this will give
No.
you an idea.
This is
Yes.
way better than our gameplay.
Oh yeah. Much better than what we did. We fell a lot.
So yeah, like describe what this game is to the folks at home.
All right, so Brett and Fred are two little penguins who are essentially climbing a mountain to get to the summit, and you are tied together with rope, and you have to cooperate with each other and communicate on traversing to get to the top, to get to the peak of this mountain. It's a little difficult, to say the least, in terms of
Yeah.
communicating, and especially if you're doing it online.
Yeah,
There's a bit of lag.
dealing with lag. Yeah.
So I feel like it'd be easier if you're playing local co-op, so couch co-op kind of a style. But it's good fun. It made us laugh. It made us cry. It got us angry.
It made y'all angry for sure.
Oh, we got frustrated.
Can we just take a brief moment and mention this betting thing that happened at the start of when we played this game? Okay.
Can we not?
I mean,
Listen,
Can we
no,
not?
hush, listen. Listen here, y'all, listen. You know I like a good emphasis word, specifically adult language.
a sentence enhancer.
Yeah, a sentence enhancer. You know, I like to just, sprinkle in a little spice every now and again. Well, FULYA does as well, but I would like to say that I am probably worse than she is. But, listen here, y'all. Listen, there was a bet of who would say the first curse word. They said what? 2 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah,
They
I think Star and Ron were both in the
Yeah.
10-minute camp. Yeah.
And in the 10-minute camp. And they didn't say who. They just said y'all because they knew both of us would be likely, which is very valid, especially if you come to any of my streams. But, nay, y'all. I made it to 25 minutes. Okay? 25 minutes before I said whatever curse word it was. I can't remember. And then after
don't
that, I
remember
said
either.
probably every single one. But I made it 25 minutes, at least.
Yep. Yep.
FULYA made it to 10 minutes.
Hey,
Yeah.
look.
10 minutes.
Koala's got to turn drop bear some point.
I loved
That's
it.
right. Yeah.
I loved it, and I love that journey for you. I'm just glad it wasn't me because everyone assumes it's me, okay? It's usually me.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't tend to curse too much. I try
You're
not
really
to.
good about it. Me, no. Never.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I fully expected Lockleth to be the first one to drop a swear word. But no, you definitely you kept your composure for a little while and did pretty well. And now y'all, if y'all are not watching the video, it's tough to describe. Like these two penguins are connected via a rope, and it's like a physics-based platformer. And it's tough. Like, it's really hard. It's difficult to do. Like FULYA mentioned, they're also having to contend with lag. And then if you mess up, you fall all the way down to the bottom. So it can get really frustrating really quickly. And you guys are also having, like, disconnect issues and stuff like this. So that was also
probably
kind of a bummer.
That was probably more
Yeah.
frustrating than the actual
Yeah.
gameplay. Like, we could have kept going. And in fact, because of the connection issues, we just perused the settings just to see what
Just to see.
accessibility options were there. I wasn't
Apparently,
gonna do nothing, girl. I was just looking, And I was looking at the options, and what do you know? They have an unlimited jumping button, and it's exactly what you think it is because
penguins can now fly.
penguins can fly. We just kept floating up until we beat the game 3 times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how we did it.
Pretty much. We are boss girl gamers, and I don't want to hear it. I'm going to add it to the thread on Blue Sky tonight. You're welcome.
Yeah. I've been waiting on that.
I've already added to my backlog. I've played it. Here's my review.
Yep. 3 times.
Yeah, I mean,
times. Let's
turns out turns out if you remove all the challenge from the game, you can beat it in about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pretty easy.
That's pretty much what I've been
Amazing.
playing.
It was fun though. It was a fun stream. I'm glad y'all did
Yeah.
that. It was fun to hang out for a little bit.
It was
Yeah.
lots of laughs, lots of fun. We want to do more of that. And if you're
Yes.
not there in the Discord, I'm sorry you missed out. You'll just have to
Sorry.
come to the next time that we do it.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Well, thank you, Fulya. Locklith, what have you been playing? Do you even want to mention it?
Seth, my friend, my confidant. I have not played any Nintendo Switch games in a hot
Okay.
minute. Not even
Okay.
Animal Crossing.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I've been playing that there. South of Midnight.
Not South
all-
by Midnight.
No, that's all I've been playing. That's literally it.
We did play one other game, you and I. We did.
Oh, yes. This is
we did
true.
play one other game. We were invited by Mitch to play a little Lockdown Protocol. Bowser was there too, and it was us and a couple of Mitch's friends, and we did play a little bit of Lockdown Protocol this weekend. Although
Yes.
they were on like such a higher level than me,
They're way
like
better than we are.
like they took it they just knew what they were doing. They were taking it like really seriously, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, you know what I mean?
Anyways.
Totally, yeah. I'm like, I'm just here to make, obscene emotes and laugh. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not here to play the game well or do tasks. What are you talking about? But that was fun. It's always fun to play Lockdown. But
It is. It was fun still. They went, to be fair, they went straight from Call of Duty playing to playing that with us. So, like, they
Look.
were in the zone, okay?
they did play Lockdown Protocol like it was Call of Duty. Like if there's a
Yep.
way to do that, like it was pretty high standard. Yeah.
They found it. They found the
they
way.
found a way. Yeah. Okay. Well, how far away are you from beating South by Midnight then? How far are you?
I think in South of Midnight, I am, I want to say, am I in chapter 7 now? If not, I'm very close to it.
Okay.
I did at least one chapter the last time I played. I didn't have a whole lot of time on Tuesday to play more of it just because you girls been staying up too late and I got to be at work at 7 o'clock
Yeah.
every morning. So was I late today a little bit? Yes, I was, but that's okay. I made up for it during my lunch hour, so
They'll be all right.
it's fine. It's fine. It'll
Yeah.
buff out. So yeah, South of Midnight, super fun, and I have it bumped down to easy. I know I've mentioned that already. In fact, I was on the Xbox Drive last week to discuss it more in detail, if you will. And I just like it. I love the fluidity of the game. So it's holding my attention, and it's probably going to be the game that I always stream until I beat it. There's
Okay.
there's no big pauses in between because, Seth, I have yet to finish Echoes of Wisdom. I know Amanda has returned to it.
Yeah.
You know this. I haven't played it since last year.
No? It'd be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I waited too long in between games, and then I was on a hiatus, and here we are. So we're just gonna beat this one instead. And
Yeah.
also, I'm gonna play more of Portal 2 with Rybo this weekend, so that'll be fun.
Oh,
as well.
nice.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. Yeah.
We're gonna play more on
Very
Saturday
nice.
afternoon. So if you want to see some Portal 2 playing, which is on Switch, I guess that makes
Yep.
sense.
Yeah.
Then enjoy on my Chanel, if you will.
On Locklith Chanel. I love
Chanel,
that. Got some South of Midnight love here in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Pat. I want to play it on Switch too. I hope it comes out on Switch too at some point because that's where I want to play it. Yes, please. Sounds
think it
good.
would
We
be
talked about
good.
that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, as for me, I finally played a video game, you guys. I know, isn't it crazy? I have not played a video game in God, what feels like forever. And I found the game to get me out of my funk. A game that finally kind of pulled me out. This is a Nintendo Switch game, if you can believe it. And it's called Promise Mascot Agency.
Oh God.
I was talking about this a little bit last week on the show. I love this game. This is what we call a Seth-ass video game. This is just like it's weird, it's kind of silly and janky, has a lot of heart to it. It has this, yeah, Jan32 shouts out Pinky here in the chat. It's like an open world game where you play as this like disgraced Yakuza guy, and you essentially have to like earn a bunch of money to like get back into your Yakuza family. You kind of like fake your own death, and you go to this kind of haunted Japanese village, and it's like this little open world, and the world is filled with these mascots that are like they're not like people dressed in suits. They're like biological creatures. Like they're mascots. They're born from other mascots and stuff like this. And yeah, your main kind of partner is a mascot that looks like a cut off Pinky, which apparently I had to get up for something. Oh, I think we have my stream up here. It's not a thumb, Pat. It's a Pinky. It's not John Cena. It is a Pinky, and she's kind of like your main kind of companion in the game. And there's a bunch of mascots. There's like a couple dozen mascots, but Pinky is your kind of main partner running the mascot agency. And I really like it. The music is phenomenal. Like I really enjoy kind of like just going around and being stupid in the open world.
Did you just knock that person into the water?
I think it's like a scarecrow, but yeah. You can go fishing and stuff. Like you're just kind of like zooming around this open world in your like stupid truck. Your truck can jump because sure, why not? You know, like it's not taking itself too seriously, but also it has like a kind of a found family kind of story. Like it's kind of about like, you know, getting to know these mascots who are all kind of misfits and stuff and giving them a home. And, you know, another thing, let me see if I can scrub through and find footage of it. You send these mascots out on jobs, and once they go out on jobs, they run into like trouble sometimes. And you have to do this little like card game to help them out with the trouble. So this mascot, whose name I think is Tororo, has to fight some poorly stacked boxes. So I had to help Tororo overcome these poorly stacked boxes on his job. And
his name sounds like you're having an issue. What do you say?
yeah.
Tororo. Like
Tororo. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just kind of stupid, and it's kind of fun, and like I don't know, like there's something addictive about it. Like it's one of those games where you just turn your brain off, and next thing you know, you've just spent like, you know, 5 hours just zooming around this like open world doing a bunch of random stuff. There's like little standees and like bags of trash that you can run over, and I don't know, man. I really like it. It's been doing it for me. And it runs actually pretty well on Switch. Like it's not the most visually impressive game in the world, but it doesn't like lag up or anything like that. Like it actually runs fairly well on Switch. So, yeah.
I just want to know how Pinky has hands and feet.
Yeah, Pinky's got hands and feet. By the way, one of the collectibles in the game, you can get new nail designs for Pinky. So her little nail on the back, you can find new designs for her. Yeah. In fact, if I go probably closer to the end, I found a little like matcha cake design for her. So her nail is like, yeah, it's like a kind of matcha green color, and she has like a little like swirl on her nail. It's really good. You can actually upgrade the truck to do. I didn't do this on stream. I've been playing it a bunch off stream. But eventually, like the world opens up to you a little bit more. If you look on the stream, actually, I passed that like gate up here. You can blow these up. Like eventually, you get a upgrade for the truck,
What?
where you can send Pinky like a torpedo into things, and Pinky. Yeah, and Pinky will just go like a rocket and just blow up these gates that are all over the island. So
Because Pinky isn't already a severed finger. Like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, there are a bunch of different types of this guy here, who's like the mascot of the island itself. You can actually recruit him, and he's like a cute little bat guy. And yeah, I don't know. I like it a lot. Like it's kind of just scratching a certain itch. Like I would compare it tonally to like Suda 51 games. Like if you're a fan of like No More Heroes and stuff like that, you kind of know the vibes a little bit.
That's what it reminds me of. I was trying to pinpoint it, but yes, I forgot about that game.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of No More Heroes or like Deadly Premonition, and like if you like games like that, you would probably dig this. I know it's not going to be for everybody, certainly, but it's like just right up my alley. Yes, please.
How how difficult was it to control the truck?
It's not that difficult. I mean, the nice thing about it is there's so little like obstruction in the world. Like, you know, if you hit like a tree, you're going to hit the tree. But for a lot of things, the truck will just kind of plow through it, you know? So there's not all that much like getting in your way or anything. And you, by the way, never get out of the truck. Like, you navigate the world just in the truck. You're never like walking around or anything like that. You're just driving around, like doing stuff and finding little collectibles and helping people and doing side quests. And I don't know, something about it, man. And I kind of just like the kind of Japanese village vibes that it has. I don't know. I like it quite a bit. I'm excited to play more. I haven't played it in a few days. I haven't played anything in a few days, but I've been enjoying it. Yeah, running over there's like a corrupt old mayor that that kind of runs the town. It's been bleeding the town dry. And so he's got like campaign, you know, like signs all over the island. You can just smash them and run them over and stuff. Pinky actually, at a certain point in the game, you unlock a side quest chain where Pinky is running against him so that Pinky can be the mayor. So, yeah.
What?
So you're helping Pinky become the mayor and take down this corrupt old geezer, you know. And it's I gotta say too, you know, as somebody who's been pretty like upset, angry, and depressed about the political state of America, it's kind of cathartic to run around and destroy the establishment of a, you know, crazy, corrupt old geezer. You know,
fair, valid.
Kind of wish I could do it in real life a little bit. So it's a little bit of like escapism for me here, doing it here in Promise Mascot Agency. I like it a lot. It's really good. So, yeah, Jan32 says Pinky 2026. Yeah, agreed. Anything's better than this, you know? So I'll take Pinky. Okay, well, that's what I've been playing. I think before let's pin the Mario Kart World Direct a little bit further. We, of course, got a bunch of questions about the Mario Kart World Direct, but I thought maybe before we got to that, we would answer some of the other questions that we got from the communities. There are a few. And I thought we'd kind of get into this here first. So first of all, Toxic asks, what is everyone's favorite Mario Kart game? I started with Mario Kart Wii, so I have some pretty fond memories of that one. What's y'all's favorite Mario Kart game off the top of your head? FULYA, I know that you're not a big you weren't a big Mario Kart person until 8. Yeah.
Until 8, yeah. I mean, I did play a little bit of what might have been, I think, the 64, Mario Kart 64. But that's only because of family that they all, like cousins, had the console, so I would play with them. And I hated it.
Yeah.
Because I always came last. I didn't know how to drive, and I just hated it. But yeah, no, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is my favorite only because it's the one thing, it got me back into it, and being able to play with community members as well has been, you know, really good and fun. So that one's my favorite.
It's tough to beat. Like, it really is tough to beat.
Yeah.
What about you, Locklith?
I'll have to say the same. Like, I have Mario Kart 7. Is it 7 on
the DS one or
DS?
3DS?
Yeah, 3DS. I actually ended up accidentally getting 2 copies of that because I forgot I had it. But
you like that sometimes.
But that was the one I remember playing a little bit, but not as much as the 8 Deluxe. I don't know. I liked the waves of the tracks coming through, like getting me an excuse to like play it again. And really, that was pretty much the only time I would play it. But it just looks pretty, and I like it. I don't know. I'm excited for World because of that one. They are definitely going to one up it because of that one. So
yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? Like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is like one of the best games ever made. Like, it really is tough to beat. Like, it's tough to say, like, for me, if I'm talking like objectively or whatever, not that I really care about objectivity, but if I'm talking about it objectively, I kind of do go Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. With that being said, I also have a huge soft spot in my heart for Mario Kart Wii. I love that game, played it a lot with my siblings. I would say that Mario Kart Wii, actually, if we're talking about like the stock courses, without including the DLC or anything like that, I think Wii has the best track list of all of them. Just really good track list. I'm same as Locklith. I love DS. I love Mario Kart 7 on 3DS. They're both great. I love Double Dash on GameCube. Mario Kart 64, Super Mario Kart. Like, I really have liked them all. There's not a bad Mario Kart game, but if we're talking like the best one, then yeah, it kind of has to be 8 Deluxe. Until World, maybe. Hopefully World can top it. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, this one comes to us from Yarden, who says, why doesn't Nintendo want my money? Why is Nintendo making it so difficult for me to give them hundreds and hundreds of dollars? Okay, bye. That's what Yarden says. Obviously frustrated. Everybody wants to be able to pre-order this thing, you know.
Come to Australia. Pre-order here.
That's right. Come on over.
It's already open.
Yeah.
It's been open since
it's
since
Christmas.
the Switch 2 Direct.
You can get the game.
Everybody's
the
getting it for their Christmas present already over there.
Yeah, they had to prepare, y'all. They had to prepare. They're like, Christmas season is upon us. We got to get the children what they want.
Why did I agree to be on this show?
Because you love us so much.
She's regretting it already.
Don't regret.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? At the time of this recording, we still don't know. There've been a lot of rumors out there about when, like when the pre-orders are going to go live here in the States and in Canada and stuff. We still don't know. So nothing to report there. Hopefully, by the time we're back next week, hopefully we'll be able to actually say something about that, man. Because look, the clock's ticking. This thing's out in like a month and a half. Like, if they're going to turn on pre-orders, they got to do it sometime. You know what I mean? They're running out of time. Like, it's got to happen. You know, so we'll see, Yarden. I'm with you, though. I want to pre-order this damn thing, too. Okay. Rybo comes in and asks, okay, let's say you have a long-haul flight to go on because, I don't know, you're running a marathon, as if people really do that. What game can you not be without? What's the ideal long flight game for y'all? What do you think? Anything come to mind immediately?
I think when I took a plane, of course, to go to Extra Life last year,
Yeah.
or at least to go to Michigan first to visit my parents. Right. I think I played Cult of the Lamb on there. I think I had a really fun time just kind of playing around, doing some runs on Cult of the Lamb. Especially, I was kind of far into the game, so I kind of knew what to do, and it was just mindless playing. Luckily, nobody was sitting next to me trying to show me magic tricks because, yes, I have a story. Somebody next to me. Yes, I have a story. But I'll save it for the post show. I will pin it, where somebody is trying to show me magic tricks the whole time. That's all I'm going to say. But Cult of the Lamb, I think, was the game that I remember playing. I think I tried to play Xenoblade 3, but it just didn't land for me. I wanted the plane to land, so since that wasn't landing, I had to put something down. Yeah. So Cult of the Lamb was kind of it. And I think I played a little bit of A Little to the Left also. Okay. Like some of the dailies. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good little bite size, just a little taste, you know?
A little taste, yeah. Okay. Well, you did have a very long flight to America, FULYA. Did you play anything on the flight? Yeah.
So I think for me, when I'm doing long haul flights, this is where I take the opportunity to see what movies I haven't seen, and I'll watch the movies, and that takes up a lot of my time, considering a lot of them are between 90 minutes to 2.5 hours in length. So I'm like doing like a movie marathon essentially to get through the flight. Yeah. But when I am bored and I want to play some stuff, I think I'll go to like coming to Extra Life last year. On my long haul flights, I think I also started playing Cult of the Lamb.
Oh, okay.
On the flight, so I had the Switch edition, and yeah, that was good fun to sort of just take my mind off things, and at least the duration of the flight was the thing that I wanted to ignore. Right. So yeah, for me it was Cult of the Lamb. Stitch has been really good.
Oh yeah. The puzzle game.
That puzzle game has been really nice to just sort of tune out and just do the puzzles and just maybe listen to some music or a podcast while I'm doing it. So that's been really nice as well. I can't really remember. I don't think I played much on the flight. Like, it's not because of the fact that it makes me like feel nauseous or anything like that. I'm okay with flying, but I don't know. I feel like in that instance, I think the issue that I had was that with the Switch, in order to load in some of the games, you needed internet, and you don't always get internet on flights. Mm-hmm. Or you have to pay for the Wi-Fi, which kind of sucks, which shouldn't be a thing. But even then, like when you try to connect to the in-flight Wi-Fi, it's not great, and it just doesn't want to load the games.
Right.
So I had issues with that a lot on my long haul flights. So that's the reason why I don't really play as much on my Switch when I am doing long haul flights. But yeah, I'm usually the type of person who's just watching movies or TV shows.
Sure. Yeah. I'm kind of with you. I mean, famously, and I've talked about this on this very show, I am just a ball of anxiety on a flight. I hate it. I just like anxiously stare into the middle distance for the duration of the flight. Now, sometimes if I can calm myself down, I will pull out my phone and I'll do like, I have the New York Times subscription, and I'll go and do old like crosswords or, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll do that. But yeah, in terms of like pulling out my Switch and trying to lock in on a gamer, there's just no way. It's just not going to happen. There's just no way. I did, on the flight to Extra Life, I did watch Deadpool and Wolverine, and that was like just stupid enough to where I could kind of like turn my brain off and like kind of, it was a great flight movie. Like the perfect way to watch that movie was on the flight. And then on the flight home from Extra Life, the guy next to me was watching it, and so I watched it again with no like audio. And
I could just picture you being like,
yeah, I was just hanging out. Like I was just sitting there watching it next to him with no audio, and I liked it better with no audio. I was like, okay, sick. It was pretty great. Like I was
my gosh.
I had my earbuds in. I was listening to like the Postal Service, and then I had that movie on, and I was pretty content with that.
Oh, man,
so
that's
I'm just a
hilarious.
little window.
You know what? I had like that happens sometimes where I'll be looking at my own screen, but then I'll get distracted in my peripheral vision. I'll see someone else like maybe across from me watching something else and be like, oh, what are they watching?
Yeah. Well, it was funny because on the flight home, FULYA and Cwagmire and I were actually on the same flight home.
We were.
And we both had like a flight, and then FULYA and Cwagmire had their connecting flights and went elsewhere, but we had the same first flight home. Mm-hmm. And so I was seated, and I could see both you and Cwagmire in my vision, like you were both in front of me, and you were only like a few rows ahead. So occasionally I would look over, I'm like, what's FULYA doing? And I would like look over and I would see you were watching like something. You're watching like an older movie. I don't even remember what it was, but it looked older. Like it looked like it was.
it was
Yeah, I don't
black and white.
No, it wasn't black and white. It looked like it was like a movie from like the 70s or 80s or something. Like it just looked older, But I don't remember what it was either. And then occasionally I'd look over and see what Cwagmire was doing, and I just every now and then I would kind of but I'm just so like I'm just looking for anything to like latch onto mentally when I'm on a flight.
Yeah.
But I can't do it with video games. It's just not possible.
I will say, Mitch does point out that he can't wait to use his Legion. He's on the go for the next flight.
Yeah.
I'm most looking forward to taking my Steam Deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun, because at least that one, I don't really have to worry too much about internet connection. I could just have my games loaded up on there and just go for it. And that's what I'm really excited about. That's going to be what I take with me more than I am the Switch.
Just have like 10 demos downloaded and play all of them.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Cwagmire was playing Xenoblade. I think Cwagmire was watching something too. I don't remember what Cwagmire was watching, but I think he was watching a movie too. I don't remember what it was though.
Seth was also back there crying, watching.
I was back. When the plane when we landed, I started crying. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, it was a rough. That whole flight was weird. It was a weird flight for me. But anyway, we don't need to get into that.
Nope. Happy times. All right, moving on.
Let's unpin the Mario Kart World Direct then, in that case. The Mario Kart World Direct, we did have for those who didn't know, hey, did you hear the news? We had a Nintendo Direct this morning.
I forgot yesterday that it was even happening.
Yeah. I mean, and as it turned out, you didn't really miss that much. Did you guys both watch it? Did you guys have a chance to watch? Yeah. Well, I guess we should open up then. This Direct was about 17 minutes in length. And the first question regarding the Direct comes from Cwaggy, actually. Speaking of Cwaggy, who says, "It is I, the Cwaggy, king of the Xenobabes. So in Nintendo Direct fashion, so what did you think?" How'd you guys feel about the Direct? What are your thoughts coming out of it? Anybody? Who wants to go first?
Do you want to go?
Yeah, go for it.
Look, I'm just gonna preface now. I'm not day one on the Switch 2.
Sure.
Yes, of course.
So, watching this Mario Kart World Direct, it made me look at it in more of a, oh, that looks like it's gonna be a really cool game.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't get me excited enough to be like, oh, damn, maybe I should be getting the Nintendo Switch 2.
Sure. Yeah.
You know? So, I like the look of it. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm happy to see that it's very open world, very Forza Horizon-like, where you can just sort of drive off and not be on track and just do whatever, hanging out with friends and photo mode and, you know, being able to customize your characters. And there's a lot more characters to choose from this time around, which is pretty interesting. And especially ones that you kind of came out of left field. Right. Big time. Well. Or maybe even a cow field.
Yeah, cow field, a moo meadow. Yeah.
Moo meadows. But yeah, like, it looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. Yeah. I'm just not sold on it being a console seller for me.
Sure. Yeah.
At this point in time. So it looks like it's going to be great. I like the, so I'm partial to the racing more so, but I do like playing battle mode with friends and community members, because that can be also good chaos and fun. And the races, I like the idea of the racing sort of knockout tournament, where you sort of
knockout
just
tour.
keep going, and then you have to place at a certain point to continue, which is actually really cool. So that's a really cool concept. But yeah, not a console seller for me at this point. I'm holding off. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Well, let me ask you to speak on that, FULYA, because you're on the PlayStation Drive. You don't often get to talk, even though you're a big Nintendo fan. You don't often get to talk about Nintendo. So speak on that a little bit. Like what is what's giving you pause on the Switch 2, and what makes you kind of like say, hang on, I'm not sold on this. And what would they have to do to make you sold on it, I guess?
Man, it upset me that they locked the Kirby and the Forgotten Land DLC to Switch 2 exclusive. And I was like, but I want it. It looks good. That made me cry a little bit, because I really wanted to play that DLC. I think the main reason why I'm holding off, I think it's just mostly cost.
Yeah.
It's for us here in Australia, it's gonna cost $6.99 just for the console itself, and I think it's $7.49 in for the bundle. Mm-hmm. So not a great cost. Yes, Lockworth.
You said $6.99.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
So yeah, I think mostly the cost of the console is holding me back.
A lot.
It's a lot of money for a handheld. Like, okay, don't get me wrong, I did pay a lot of money for my Steam Deck, and it's an OLED Steam Deck, and that one costed me like $900 to get.
Yeah.
I get it. It is an expensive handheld, but I just made that purchase November of last year.
Yeah, you just got the PC too.
I also just got a new PC, which is a big investment for me, and I'm trying to build that back up.
Right. You can't just be tossing around $699.
I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing that stops me is the fact that I can't justify paying that amount of money, because I haven't been playing my current Switch that much.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, what is going to get me more excited to get me into a new Nintendo console when I haven't been playing the current one as much as I used to, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't know whether or not, another game is going to get me excited enough to buy the Switch 2. At this point, I'm just waiting. Maybe down the track, they might have other games that they're going to be announcing that they haven't announced yet. That might sell me. But at this point in time, I'm just... I need to save my money.
Yeah, no, for sure. And by the way, I think it's valuable to get that sentiment because the other people that are on this show are like, hell yeah, let me pre-order it as soon as I can, you know? So it's nice to have somebody be like, hang on, guys, it's expensive. Like, you know, like slow your roll. Let's be realistic for a second. So I appreciate that perspective. And yeah, also like, it's interesting too because I think a lot of Nintendo fans are also very gung-ho about things like Mario Kart and Donkey Kong and stuff. So it's cool to hear from you as somebody who's like, yeah, like this looks good, but it's like you're not earning my money just quite yet. So yeah. Do you think like Animal Crossing will get you? Do you think that'll do it?
Look,
FULYA. You better answer correct.
Lachlan says,
okay?
Choose your words wisely.
Listen here. No, you do what you want. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just cry later. It's okay.
I will say, like New Horizons was my first Animal Crossing game.
Yeah.
I have come across the other Animal Crossing games in the past whenever I did go walk into like an EB Games or another game store, and I'd see it and I thought it was not really a game for me, so I didn't really sort of look into it that much. But New Horizons got me into the ecosystem more so, and I loved it so much. It might tempt me, but
Yeah.
It depends on what the game is going to be. Like,
Sure.
in terms of it being a new Animal Crossing. So, we'll see. I do have New Leaf on 3DS now.
Let's
I bought
go.
it pre-owned recently. And I think I started up... a town. I might have to restart because I haven't really done much in there. But
Yeah.
I do have it because I was very curious about New Leaf, and everybody kept talking about, you know, how grouchy the villagers can be, and the big differences between New Leaf and New Horizon.
Yeah, for sure.
So I might see if I enjoy that a bit more. I did also pick up, what was it called? The one on the Wii, the Animal Crossing on Wii.
I think it might be
or City Folk.
City Folk is what it's called here, but I think for you it might be called like Let's Go to the City or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
What?
is. Yeah,
it's
that's
different.
what they call it.
Yeah,
It says
go
Let's
to
Go
the
the
city.
I'm pretty
on-
sure that's
yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
That's. I'm sorry, but that's
Yeah.
dumb.
That's what they called it. And
That sounds very Canadian of them.
I had to think about it for a second because I was like, let's go to this. I've never heard of this one. And then I had to think of it, like, took me a moment to be like, maybe this is the City Folk one that everybody keeps talking about.
Yeah.
How
got
am I
it.
just now learning this? I had no idea.
Yeah, I picked it up for $10 at, I think it was like at a market stall or something like that. So they were like, it's a pre-owned game. So I thought, yeah, I'll grab it. I've got my Wii U. I might chuck it in and see what it's all
All the
about.
Canadians are catching up like, whoa, hang on,
Hang on.
being attacked. Y'all
This
just
could
calm
honestly, it could really, this could be a whole like topic in itself because there's a lot of good like name changes. Like Yoshi's Topsy Turvy here in Europe was named Yoshi's Universal Gravitation. There's a bunch of like fun little things like that. Just really like dumb, silly stuff. So
It's okay, Canadians. I'm here representing the Commonwealth. You're all good.
Yeah,
people
FULYA's
are
got
freaking
you.
out.
I don't.
attacked.
I
over
said
here.
it. I ain't scared. Come at me.
North America had Brain Age Train Your Brain in Minutes a Day, while the PAL regions had Dr. Kawashima's Brain Training How Old Is Your Brain?
Yep.
So
My
that's what
brain
that's called.
broke listening to these. What?
Yep, pretty good.
So
yeah.
maybe a new Animal Crossing might tempt me, but again, costs. It's just
Sure.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, like I said, I appreciate the perspective. Lachlan, what did you think of the Direct?
I liked it.
I like it.
I like it. It was a lot of information. But I knew that I was going to be on the show with you, Seth, and I was like, it's fine. Seth will explain it to you. It'll be okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair.
He probably watched every frame, every second. His stream was quite long. I saw the length. I was not able to be there, but I saw the length of your stream, and I figured you probably did every millisecond freeze frame.
I'm so stupid, you guys. Like, sometimes I look at stuff like that, and I'm like, what's wrong with me, dude?
Okay. Listen, there's one thing that I remembered while I was watching it, Seth. Do you recall, before we knew what this was going to be, what they were going to name the new game, your idea of, oh, you see that track? It's the shape of a 9. Oh, that it was just going to be 9. Yeah. And it's going to be Mario Kart 9. And I thought about that today, and I was like, wrong, sir.
He was wrong.
It is World.
Yeah. It is Mario Kart World. I still stand by that. I still think that there was some intentionality with the 9. I still stand by that.
They saw you say it. They're like, oh, they got us. We got to change it.
Last minute change. We got to do it. Yeah, no, for me, so yeah, I looked at this and of course that's kind of my thing is like, I'll watch a direct and I'll live react to it, and then we'll spend another hour like just going frame by frame and like speculating and talking, and that's kind of, I really like to do that, but it is a bit much. It's pretty stupid. Let's just be so real. I see some like my... Yeah, I guess, but I look at the clock and I'm like, dude, this is insane. Like, this is crazy. I see some of my friends' live reaction VODs and it's like 30 minutes. And I'm like, that's a normal length of time to react to a 16-minute direct.
What a normal human. Wow.
What a normal person. They don't have a problem. And I look at mine, it's like an hour and 40 minutes. It's crazy, dude.
Let's dissect the heck out of this thing.
It's insane. It really is crazy. And I like, it was one of those things too. It wasn't even like I did it on accident. Like I never looked and I just looked over like, oh, I guess I should probably wrap up.
Like, whoa, time flew by, dude. Yeah. I blacked out and I came back. Whoa.
I could do that all day. I could like frame by frame trailers all day long. Like I just love doing that. Yeah. Sean's here in the chat. Imagine streaming for 4 hours and not having time to play something. Yeah. I mean, imagine doing that. It's not like we do that all the time. So yeah, I did kind of like absorb this direct probably more than the average person did, let's just say. But it's interesting because like my kind of general feeling about this direct is like we're a little bit, I would say, more plugged in than the average person, right? Like we watch the initial direct, we podcast about it, we talk about it and stuff like this. We have our fingers on the pulse more than the average person. And there are like 60 million people that had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I looked at this direct as kind of being for those people, and not necessarily as much us, because I looked at this direct and I said, this was one of those, like, this could have been an email directs, to me, like initially, right?
Not an email.
I looked at it and I felt like I wasn't getting like a ton of new information out of it. And also I'm like, this game looks amazing. I'm already sold on it. This looks like basically my dream Mario Kart game. I don't really even need this, to sell me on it. So, for me, it was a lot of just kind of like getting even more excited about it and looking at some of the new stuff, hearing the music. The new music that's in this direct isn't crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and I don't know. I liked it, but I didn't feel like I was getting like a ton out of it. Pat says he hasn't even watched it for that exact reason. Like, I wouldn't say that this is a direct that you need to like rush out and watch. Like, if you're already sold on it, you're already sold on it. You know what I mean? But it did give us some additional context and like some of the stuff we can expect from the game. Let me just pull it up here for the stream so that we can all watch it together a little bit while we talk about it and point out some of the things here. Not to do a full hour and 40-minute breakdown.
No,
but
absolutely not.
But there is a lot. We saw some new courses and got some new information. And, there's some cool stuff to point out here. I think probably the biggest question coming into this direct, probably the biggest question that a lot of people had was, well, this is like an open world Mario Kart game, but like, what do you do in the open world? Like, what do you even do?
What do you even do?
What do you even do out there in that open world?
Open.
It's so open, but there's like nothing in it. And like, what do you even do?
I could go on forever.
It's like open and empty and terrible. Like, what do you even do out here?
Oh man, it looks like it is huge though.
Yeah. It's gonna be like I love how connected like the different courses are and stuff. I like how and they showed this in Treehouse Live last week as well. How you actually drive from course to course, I think is really cool. Like you don't
cool.
just. I think that's real. That's a neat idea, you know. And yeah, just it looks really good. The big thing here. Let me see if I can scrub ahead to the free roam section of the presentation here if I can find it. They talked about like some of the stuff that you can find in the open world, and there are, from what it looks like, a few different types of items. So you're going to be able to find like P switches, which are like, if you ever played Mario games, those like little blue, Lockless like making
I
a
hate
face
that
like P
name.
switch.
What? Ew.
It's
what?
you see it. It's just a little blue switch that has a P on it. That's what it is.
All right,
It's a P
cool.
switch.
Neat. Continue.
Also, by the way, did y'all notice that every time they showed the penguin in this, they were throwing the penguin off a cliff? Every time.
I didn't notice that.
Nintendo knows.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
Nintendo knows the vibes. Like it was pretty like messed up because like this part in particular, it's playing like Mario 64 music, and then like they show the penguin just flinging itself off a cliff.
I didn't even realize that. That went right
They
over
do
my
it
head.
again later too. It's pretty funny.
They did it a couple of times.
Yeah. But then so these are the P switches, and you find them in the world, and you hit them. Yeah, and then
Those.
and then like you can do these little challenges, like collect blue coins on these grind rails and stuff. You see Waluigi like avoiding these like armadillos and like kind of going over them to get to a goal within a certain time. So you're gonna have like little challenges. You've also got these Peach medallions that you can find. I suspect that these are gonna be how you unlock different costumes for characters, because you see this little like Wario silhouette here when you get it. I think that's probably got something to do with that. Yes,
Can we
Lachlan?
talk about the collecting of food to change your outfit? Like, why?
I think it rules. I love it. I
You're just
love
gonna have a bunch
collecting
of
the food.
sushi just flying around you. Like, oh, I can change into something that looks Asian style
Oh,
at
dude.
any time, like 3 times if I want to. Like, what?
Where's it at? Where's
I
the
don't
the
remember.
food at? It's I assume
think
it's
it's
in
I
the
think it's-
items.
Is
Oh, you
it,
think
or
it's
is it
later?
I think it's later. Yeah.
It might be.
It's like,
Yeah.
and go stroll with Yoshi's whatever, blah, blah, blah. Something.
The
Man.
Yoshi's drive-through. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where it was, but I swear it was later in the.
Oh, it must be this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Yeah,
it
here
is,
it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Like this. First of all, isn't that a Happy Meal? That's, I swear.
It's pretty sick. And they said that like the costumes are like based on the location like that you're in. So like and the type of food. So like Peach is picking up like these different types of sushi, and she eats it, and she has this kind of like kimono sort of look.
Yeah.
And they all have like different versions of this. It's really good. I like it a lot. Look at these guys, man. Look at Yoshi's
I like
outfit
the
here.
Yoshi. It's so cute.
It's really good.
Question from Yawn32. Do we think that cow will eat the burger?
The cow will definitely eat the burger.
Oh,
let's
man.
let's be
Patty
so
all
real.
over again.
Yes. We also had a question here from Pat. Do you think there will be different continents to visit by plane? Maybe like a Zelda land and a Splatoon land, and that's how you get those characters to join. I hope not. I am famously anti putting other character. I like that Mario Kart World is a bunch of Mario characters. Like the Mario enemies and stuff are their own character. I like that about this game. Yarden also says, glad CPG is possibly doing a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe farewell stream, because I don't think we'll ever touch it again after this releases. It looks amazing. We are talking about that. Sean and I were talking about that on stream, like doing a big like farewell to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So yeah, possibly stay tuned for that. I would like to do that.
Like a community game of just playing?
Yeah. Like, wouldn't it be so cool? Like, have everybody come in and also, get like other like podcasts and stuff to come and participate, and just have like a massive like community event to kind of send off Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So we are talking about that.
I want to call out this dolphin vehicle here.
Dolphin on a dolphin.
Dolphin on a dolphin. I saw that in here, and I was like,
Yeah.
is that a dolphin on a dolphin? Yes, it was.
Dolphin. Also, R.I.P. Rob.
Oh,
Did y'all see that?
I didn't know that was
I don't know who Rob is.
him.
I
He's
don't
a robot.
Yeah, Rob the robot, who was playable in Smash Brothers and
Yes.
also was playable in Mario Kart 7.
Aw,
Now
just
been
turned him
made
into a bike.
into a cart. Yeah.
Damn.
R.I.P. But that's, I mean, another thing that's cool about this game that I think is actually a really cool and good change is that the carts are not, they don't have like custom parts anymore. So you're not swapping in the different wheels and the different like gliders and stuff like this. They're just one cart, you know? And I like that. They still have different stats, but I like that they're just one cart, you know? Pretty cool.
Is that taking it a step back from what we had before? Or am I losing
I mean,
it?
I don't think so because first of all, I think it streamlines it quite a bit more, and I think I just think it makes it more cohesive, and I also think it makes it so that the carts themselves can have more fun designs. Because one thing that was always annoying was you could like, if you wanted like an optimal cart, right, you would have to like make something that just looks so stupid, like this big car with like tiny little wheels, and like, yeah, my stats are good, but my cart looks dumb, you know. And
I like
now
looking dumb.
I mean, it's fine to look dumb, but I like how like now it's like, yeah, if you drive this B cart, you have little flower wheels and stuff, and they can actually like theme the way the carts look. I think it's a good thing personally.
Okay.
But I'm also with Antics because they show, imagine scrolling through all these costumes and scrolling through bodies, wheels, and gliders. Races would take 10 minutes, like just to even get started. You're right, because they also show on the character select screen. This to me is a bad move. We'll see how this works out in the final game. But they show like you get all these different outfits and things for the characters, but they are listed as their own separate character on the character select screen. So like it's not just you select Mario and you pick one of Mario's outfits. There's Mario, and then there's Mario in the jacket, and then there's Mario. They're all separate characters.
That's stupid. I'm sorry. That's stupid.
Yeah. So it's like pretty small here, but later you see it's like 3 times that big, just pages and pages and pages.
Nintendo, why have we not learned from Breath of the Wild, from Tears of the
Yeah.
Kingdom, from EOW,
Yeah.
that we hate scrolling? Why?
Yeah.
Nintendo gonna Nintendo.
That's
Yeah.
some BS. I'm sorry. That's stupid. Like,
I agree. Yeah, I
my
agree.
thumbs can only do so much. I have to do races and scroll all the way to freaking end of the row to get the exact Luigi outfit that I want. No, thank you.
Antics points out that there is a sort button. If you look at the the bottom there, you can press X to sort. So maybe there'll be something to do there. But again, you can also, there's a sort button in like Tears of the Kingdom and Echoes of Wisdom as well. Now, I think the only reason they do this, I think, is to make it more readable in something like a handheld mode, because they know that some people are going to be playing in handheld and they want like the nice big icons and stuff. I can sympathize with that. It still sucks. Like, come on, guys. There's better ways of doing this, you know? So, yeah, there's all of that. There's also other stuff that you can do in the open world. So you have the P-switches. You have the like costumes that you can unlock with the food that you can pick up. You've got the Peach medallions. There's also, hang on, let me find it here. These like question mark block panels that apparently do something like in the world. We don't know what. We don't know exactly like how that works. But you see the Shy Guy here is going to run up to this little panel and you can activate it and it does something in the world. And we just don't know what it does yet. So
Of course it does something.
it does
What do you
something. It does do something. We know that much. We just don't know what. So they showed off the photo mode. The photo mode is really cool. I like it a lot. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else like significantly new here. They did show battle mode, which FULYA kind of touched on earlier. You got the return of time trials and stuff. But yeah, battle mode's back, and it looks like, you know, kind of just like it did in the other games. You've got your balloon battle, you've got your coin runners and stuff. You know, looks cool. I do think that battle mode's going to like feel very different with like 24 people. That's a lot of people playing battle mode.
Have they done it before where if you're a winner with the crown, you have the crown in the game? I don't remember that being a thing. Has that always been a thing?
No, because well,
You do it in
I
the
mean,
lobby, like
in the
when you
lobby,
see the
yeah.
maze, but not in the game, right? That's new.
I don't think it's in the game. Yeah, I think it's only in the lobby in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then yeah, here in the game, you have the
Oh, so I forget. The open world area is also the lobby too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it is. Yeah. So there is that. And one thing that I did notice later on in the direct, they showed let's see if I can find it. Like using game chat with it. And if you see, it's right here. When they link up on game chat, you can see a Peach medallion back there that's like already been collected. So that kind of confirms that like the P switches in the Peach medallion, like we can do that in co-op, you know, which I think it's actually going to be kind of cool because if we're playing in co-op and we're in game chat, then it can be like, oh, hey, like I found a Peach medallion that you don't have or something, you know, come over here and find it. And you could like share your screen and show me where you are. And, you know, I think it could be kind of cool. You could show it to me in 15 FPS where you are.
It's going to look so shitty.
So, but yeah, it's, you know, I think it's going to be fun. I think it looks really cool. They did show something that I can't imagine is going to have any problems at all. The fact that when you use the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, you can stand in a liminal white space and play Mario Kart with your friends, just in a creepy, like, Severance-looking white space.
Everybody has that kind of living room. It's fine.
Yeah, because it's just standard. This is what everybody's living room looks like, right? But they showed something here. Let me see if I can find it, where you can actually, like, adjust your camera, like, specifically. Like, you can have up to 4 people in the same room and, like, have it, like, make a little cutout and put the camera exactly where you want to focus it and make it like as big or small as you want to. And I'm like, you're going to be playing online with people in Mario Kart and you're going to see some genitals. That's just how it's going to happen. You know what I mean?
No. I didn't think of that.
It's totally what people are going to do. It's absolutely what people are going to do. Yeah. So
Ew. I hate it. Don't be gross.
Don't be gross, people. Yeah, we'll see how that works out for them. But I do not
looking
anticipate
forward to it, Yarden, please.
Yeah, yeah. I cannot foresee that going well.
Gross.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how. I have to imagine that they've like thought of something like I don't really know how you combat that, but it's gonna be a thing, man. I'm sure you can at least have like there's probably at least a setting to where you can like you only see the cameras of like your friends or something like that. There's probably at least a setting.
Some sort of parental settings, like please.
Totally.
Has to be.
I don't want to just be getting like unsolicited, you know, junk on the cam.
I don't want that ever. Like, please.
No. Be like, no face detected.
Totally. Yeah, no face detected. Sorry. It's like, what if you try to do it and it just shames you? It's like I can't detect anything. It's Lockless dead.
You're welcome.
Yeah, only solicited junk, please. Yeah, only if I ask for it. Yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness. Yarden predicted that the entire camera functionality will be wiped from the system within 6 months. It is a shocking move from Nintendo, who has never really embraced that fully. So we'll see how that all works out, man. I don't have high hopes. But anyway, I think that's the bulk of the new information. It was mostly just kind of like, yeah, you know, Mario Kart looks good. You know, nothing too crazy. They did hint at Rainbow Road here, which some people were kind of like worrying about or like wondering about. Like, where's Rainbow Road? We don't see it on the map. It seems like once you complete all of the Grand Prix, Rainbow Road will be unlocked. And they show it at a certain, Mitch Power mentions Uno on Xbox 360, which was really notorious for that. Back in the old Xbox Live Arcade days, you would go on Uno and people would just have their cameras on, just straight up in the camera. Oh yeah.
Why is everyone so gross? Let us
people
play
are nasty.
This game.
It was like chat roulette, like kind of vibes back then. Yeah, definitely. It was rough. But they show here at the end of this Grand Prix section, after you complete all the Grand Prix, this like cup, this like rainbow cup, like kind of floats into the frame here and like takes up into the sky. And it looks like what's going to happen is like a new track will kind of rise out of the water and you're going to go to this other, you know, area probably in space where Rainbow Road is going to be.
Isn't that how they did it in the movie? Like how they ended up in on the road?
Yeah, it looks really cool. I'm excited to see what Rainbow Road is going to be like in this one. So, yeah. Yeah, they've said it's friends only. No, I think there is a disclaimer in there that says something like you can only do it with friends or something like that. So that might be a thing. Yeah, Sean said it's going to be a whole new Grand Prix. So, so there you go. That's correct. So yeah, I don't really have that much more to say or add about it. It was, you know, the Direct was what the Direct was. And I think the game looks great. I can't wait to play it, but it didn't really give me like a ton more that I didn't already know. You know what I mean?
There's more like powers and stuff that you can do, like that they mentioned.
More items, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna still be bad at it. I'm gonna be the worst racer. I'm very mid to worse in terms of how well I do in races. I'll probably be doing more of the open world if I'm honest, just running around, karting around, I guess, with my friends and taking advantage of the photo mode.
That's gonna be so fun.
The
Instagram
like taking girlies are gonna be fed
from
that. Just saying.
Yeah. That's going to be a lot of fun doing stuff like that and just hanging out. They also, a lot of people, there's some good Pauline content in this trailer. Some good Penelope content in this trailer. I think it's actually coming up when they talk about the lightning. I've seen a lot of a Penelope thirst on the internet today because there's a shot of one of her costumes in this where she's wearing like a latex full body suit. And so
listen, they have to go so hard with some of these outfits, like Peach too with some shorts. I'm like, okay, come on. Like, why do we have to go so hard, you know?
Yeah. We didn't have to. Oh, by the way they pronounce, I've always said Kamek. Have y'all?
Did they say Kamek?
They said comic. It's comic.
I think they're just dumb.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I'm sorry. It's Kamek.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't get behind that. I
can't get behind that.
I can't. Yeah, and Yon32 points out, I'm here for Daisy, not gonna lie. Daisy, the new redesign of Daisy is really good. Yeah, they're crushing it. I think that like all of these designs, there's a lot of good guys, a lot of good little guys in this. Here she is. Dude, people were freaking out about this today.
Do we do a future tier list when the game comes out?
Yeah, we probably could. We probably could. Respectfully, of course. Yeah. Okay, well, we do have a couple of questions in regards to this Direct. Yon32 says, which character will you be maining in Kart, and who is the best girl, and why is the answer the new and improved Daisy? Who's the main? Who would y'all main in this one? Penguin? Yeah. Your Penguin main? Who would you main?
Every cliff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eat yourself.
I welcome it.
I usually tend to go towards the light blue Yoshi. So
okay.
I'll probably end up continuing with my little Yoshi run. But I wouldn't be opposed to trying out some of the other characters that are new in this game. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, y'all know me. Pauline main, of course. I'm happy that she's here from the get-go. We don't got to wait on DLC or anything like that. She's already here. So I'm very happy about that. But also, yes, of course, I want to play as Cow. I'm not thrilled that they're calling it Cow. Not thrilled about that. But
dolphin on a dolphin.
Cow.
Dolphin's really good. I like the Piantas are in this one, which is also really good. From Mario Sunshine.
Amanda's favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Don Pianta. She always says it with a little accent too. She's like Don Pianta whenever she talks about it. She loves that. She always puts a little Italian on it, which a little bit of Italian swagger on it whenever she talks about them. I just really like how like out there they're being with the characters in this, like the emphasis on the players, and
they've got that. It's like the little balls. I know. Shut up. Cactus guy, like the bad guy.
Yeah, Pokey. Yeah.
Pokey. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jesus. I want to be that.
What's the name of the? It's like a blue duck, sort of in a spherical shape. Quacker?
It's called a Cataquack. It's also from Mario Sunshine. Yeah.
It's also going to be in the game as a playable character.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I don't know these enemy names, okay? Leave me alone, y'all. Leave me alone.
Yeah, Cataquack is what it's called. Yeah. Yeah, they've got all kinds of weird little guys in here. They've got like I think they're called like sting bees. The little bees are in there, and those are really cute. Yeah, just really good. Like, I'm just happy as somebody who I love Mario enemies. I love this whole like world. This is to me way more interesting than we put Link in the game. You know what I mean? Like I'm way more into this personally. So Nintendo is just they are making the Mario Kart that I want them to make, and I'm very excited about it. So yeah. Okay. Clayton Dwyer asks, what character do you want in Mario Kart World that hasn't been shown yet? Anything on your wish list? Any characters you would love to see them add? What do you think?
Did we see if they have like a Mii version at all?
Not yet. Yeah.
I like being of course I want to be me in the game.
I like being me.
Who wouldn't want to be me? I didn't see that. I like being me sometimes.
Yeah, no Mii's yet from what we've seen. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, what do you think, FULYA? Any wish list characters?
I mean, Cat Mario maybe would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah. That'd be sick from 3D World. Yeah. Maybe that's a costume. Maybe they have that in there as a costume. That'd be cool. Yeah. One thing that I really like about the about that kind of functionality and unlocking costumes that way is it's going to encourage you to play characters you wouldn't normally play. Like if you want to unlock all these different outfits and things, then you can't just I can't just play nothing but Pauline. You know what I mean? Like I have to actually like venture out and play as other characters. So I do think that's cool. I like that about the game. Yeah, I Can't Sing brings up Chain Chomp. I mean, I have a whole laundry list of Mario enemies I would love to see in here. I would. Lachlan's already rolling her eyes.
No, I'm like, go ahead. List them off.
I mean, famously, I've talked about it on the show before. I would love to see Tatanga in the game. I would love to see Wart in the game. That's never going to happen. Not Topanga from Boy Meets World, of course. Tatanga from Super Mario Land.
I was going to let you talk, but I was going to come off of mute and say, you mean Topanga?
No. Tatanga from Super Mario Land. And yeah, Wart from Super Mario Brothers 2 would be amazing. I would love to see... one of my favorite Mario enemies are the Chuckyas. Those would be really good. Rexes from Super Mario World would be really good. Yeah, there's a whole... I would love to see a whole... And really just like... There's certain Mario enemies that have never had like modern redesigns. Like the Rex is a good example of that. I would love to see a Rex in 3D would be really good. I would love to see characters like I think the Angry Sun, or like Phanto would be really good. So anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Wonder as well,
Yes.
Mario and Peach.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
The flowers that talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't we saw that in one of them? Like
in one of
the
tracks,
I think they're like in the world or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. So they're in there. Yeah. So that'd be cool. Diddy Kong, y'all. Diddy Kong's in the game, isn't he? Didn't we see Diddy Kong in one of the trailers? I don't remember.
I don't think I did.
Maybe not. Yeah. We'll have to see it. Maybe Diddy Kong will get a redesign just like Donkey Kong did. We'll see. I love that Donkey Kong design, man. I love the way he looks. Just a big old dummy. I love him. I love him so much. Okay, and then the final question from Antics. Who's ready to sacrifice friendships and hundreds of hours to the Mario Kart gods once again? Also, which newcomer is the best addition and why is it Cow? Is Cow everybody's favorite newcomer? I think Cow might actually be my favorite newcomer. I'm pretty stoked about Cow.
He's a cute little chunky boy, so yeah, I'll give it to him.
Yeah. Any of the other newcomers? I mean, Lockhart already said she's going to be a penguin main, so.
Penguin, dolphin.
Yeah. Dolphin's
cactus
good.
Guy.
Yeah.
Forgot his name.
Yeah. The little balls, I think, as you put it.
Little balls with spikes,
Yeah. Pretty good. What about you, FULYA? Any newcomers looking good to you?
I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe maybe Goomba seems
Yeah.
like a really good one to try out.
Yeah.
Those little guys, the amount of, bullying that they've ensued.
That's
in
true.
lives.
Yeah. That is true. Oh, another quick thing to mention. This was kind of crazy. They mentioned in this that they actually have a rewind function in the game.
Yeah.
Which is another new thing. If you like miss a jump, you can just rewind. Like they showed baby Mario here like a little idiot missing the jump. And then they did it like slow-mo, like, dumb kid. And then you can just rewind and go all the way back. But of course it'll like put you behind people if you do it. But you could rewind and go back. You can only do this in, you can't do this like online, but in like single player and like free roam and stuff, you can do it. So yeah, that's pretty.
And then
pretty
this bit right
interesting.
here, you can literally wall ride any wall.
Yes.
There's no like special walls. I think that's interesting too. I forgot about
Yep.
that.
Pretty cool. Like you can do that whenever you want to. You can jump like whenever you want to, like a charge jump, which is really cool. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty. So yeah, Ribo says them spiked balls from Lig Ball. So they
That's their
There
home
you go.
country. Lig
yeah,
ball,
that's that's where they're from. So yeah, yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much all I've got to say. I'm just ready to play it, man. That's where I'm at. I'm just ready to play the game. So yeah, bring it on. June 5th. Looking forward to it. Drop the pre-orders. Come on, Nintendo. Quit making me wait.
Please.
I'm ready to do this thing. I'm ready to
Take
buy.
my money. I got paid
Yeah.
already now.
I'm ready to spend it frivolously. Take it.
I mean, I had the opportunity a long time ago, but
But yeah.
That's my first ever recorded eye roll at FULYA. This is a
Historic
historical
moment.
moment. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Wow.
It almost went all the way back. Oh man.
Now you really are on the Nintendo Drive, FULYA.
Wow,
Lachlan is
welcome
giving
in.
welcome on
Welcome.
in.
Thank you.
Holy moly. Okay. Well, before I thank the patrons and get us on out of here, FULYA, thanks for hanging out. Do you want to tell the folks where they can find you on the internet?
You can find me over on their PlayStation Drive with Ron, Matt, and Ryan. You can also find me on Blue Sky and Instagram at Foolish Fuji, and of course my website foolishfuji.com for everything else. And I also stream and make video content at Foolish Fuji.
Wait.
No.
You forgot something, FULYA.
I'm not
Hang
forgetting
on.
anything. PlayStation
Hold
Drive
on.
exclusive.
Hold
Nope.
on.
You gotta go to the PlayStation Drive to hear the full social media plugs from FULYA.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
You can
Every-
also find me on the mini indie van, so please,
Yes.
early access for those of you patrons. Please, feedback would be very helpful.
Yes, please do that. Everybody in the chat is shouting out the card over here in the chat. So there you go. Lachlan, where can people find you, my friend?
You can find me and my Peach figurine from
Aw,
the Mario movie
cute.
because
Cute.
we're talking about Mario Kart and it's very fitting. That's my physical. But
I
you can
love
find
it.
me here on YouTube at Locklith. You can find me at that there Blue Sky, Locklith over there as well. And you can actually find me on the PlayStation Drive this upcoming episode.
Oh, snap.
So, I'm doing a world tour, which why not? Why not? Maybe I'll be on the PlayStation Drive for 3 weeks in a row like I was on the Xbox Drive. Who knows?
We'll find out.
We'll see.
Could be. Yep. Find me over there. But you can also hear my voice on the latest indie. I want to say the full name that y'all keep giving it, but I can't. My brain broke.
Mini indie van.
Yeah,
Mini
That's all
indie
you need to
indie
say.
But it went to the long name that everyone keeps saying, and I forget.
That's Sean's thing.
Yeah. Sean's not here. It's me.
He's not.
Hi.
Yeah.
It is I,
Nice.
and it's the mini indie van, MIV for short, and I was on there, and that was fun. FULYA does a great show. I like to see her do her
you.
thing, and I got to see her. Y'all didn't get to see her. I did, so you missed out.
Yeah, audio only podcast.
Audio only.
Yeah. It is an audio-only podcast. Yeah. That's right. I love it. FULYA, it looked as if you dug and found a physical back there.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that what I was?
yeah.
Is
You
that what I was
noticed?
seeing there? Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. We'll tell you what.
I also, yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I think I may have gotten my platinum trophy of being on all of the carpool gaming.
Oh, let's
now.
go. Yes, I love that. Yes. Okay. Well, real quick, you can, of course, find me on Blue Sky, $2 Hero. You can, if you want to, add me on your Nintendo Switch, SW411280613454, just like Eric Lindros. And Rybo, shout-outs to Rybo. Next time I get on my Nintendo Switch, I haven't been on it in a couple days, I will accept your friend request, Rybo. I promise. Rybo's like, please accept my friend request so that I can look at your neon white times. And I'm like, I will do it. I promise. I just haven't been on my Switch in a couple days. So next time I'm on there. Dude, it's been rough out here. We've been struggling out here.
They play that mascot game too much.
Oh my gosh, I haven't touched that in like 3 days. So it's been rough over here. But before we wrap up, let me thank the patrons real quick. Thank you so much to everybody who supports us over there at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Thank you to our ultimate producers like Jonathan Brown, whose music can be found at linktree/pme.jib. Please support him. His album just came out, Me, Myself, and I. So check that out. Cwaggy, who reminds you that the best babes are Xenobabes, and Technical Michael, who says whether you're Kevesi or Agnian, you're a Xenobabe at heart. We've got links in the show notes, so please show your love and support to our ultimate producers. Thank you to our platinum producers, Smokin Joe, The Captain, Tim Paullin, and Toxic. And thank you to our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave 1337, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Yon32, Ligerwoods 330, Mr. Giggles, OldMrFrump, Patrice Mallette, Peje EP, Riley King, Solo, and Steven Keller. We appreciate y'all so much. Patreon.com/carpoolgaming. You can join their ranks, get a 7-day free trial to the exclusive tier, see what all the fuss is about. We appreciate you guys so much. Okay. Any final thoughts? Any closing words here? FULYA looks like she's got something. Locklith, I know, has something. What do we got?
FULYA, you got something?
Well, I had a little physical that I wanted to show you guys.
Please.
I know those of you here on the Nintendo Drive will probably appreciate it more than my cohorts
Oh, yeah.
over on the PlayStation
100%.
Drive.
We're not going to give you hell for it. Please, show it off.
I in the last month or so recently got a custom piece of merch made.
Okay.
And it's this little case
Aw.
that looks like a Game Boy cartridge, and I got Kirby's Dream Land on there as my, because you get to choose what the artwork is on the case from all the different Game Boy games, and I decided to go with Kirby's Dream Land. Now I did play it on the NSO version of the Game Boy app. I've never owned a Game Boy in my life, so I got this. This is actually a case, but that they 3D print, and I got them to print the inside so that I can have 3DS and Switch games in there.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are all kind of like the games that I've played and that I like, and there's a couple in there that I haven't played yet, but I just kind of wanted to, as an example of how this actually works. It's actually a really cool case. And,
rules.
big shout outs to, I think it's Wookie Prints, and they're local Melbourne artists who create and sell these.
Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
Because I kept seeing them every time I went to a convention, whenever I go through Artist Alley, and they had these cartridges, but they always had Pokemon themed ones, a lot of Pokemon ones. And I've never played Pokemon on a Game Boy, so for me it just didn't make sense. But then I remembered that I played the NSO app of Kirby's Dream Land. I'm like, you know what? I want Kirby's Dream Land. You get to choose the color of the case as well, and the inside of the case. And I went with a blue theme, of course, because
Of course.
Good. I approve, FULYA. That is the
I
best
love that.
physical that anyone could have shown me tonight. Just saying.
So there you go.
Wow.
I love it.
Kirby's the best game, especially Dreamland. I played the mess out of that on Game Boy. I actually still have my copy.
Nice.
So
Good game. Yeah.
it really is. It really
Good video game.
is. Others would say otherwise, but they need to shut up. Thank you all for hanging out with us for tonight's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Bump that like button if you haven't already. And fuel this carpool in the comments below with your sleeper hit Mario Kart World character. I want to hear it. I want to hear your combination of what kart did you see and what character are you going to play as? Are you going to miss the Miis as well? Are they going to be in the game? I'm curious. I have many questions. I always have many questions. It's never just one thing.
Yeah. No, just add like a whole bunch of questions and
also a tier list of all your waifus. Just put it all in there. Yeah.
Really whatever you want.
Just do whatever you want. Just put I was here. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, we'll take it. It's all engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, we'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget to check out our awesome Nintendo Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, where you'll unlock all sorts of exclusive content like the Nintendo Drive post show. Links to everything are in the description. See you next week!